Hey everybody, welcome to the team call. I'm just getting everything set up here. Just want to do a quick audio check and make sure everybody can hear me okay. So just type a little something in the chat box if audio is good for you. So welcome to today's team call. Today is going to be a quick 30-minute just power training session, mostly reminder session, mostly an opportunity just for me to kind of share my heart and how I feel all of us as coaches can stay on track, because staying on track is the key to reaching our goals, to helping our families, to helping so many people that we come in contact with. So today is all about how to eliminate the sidetrack and how to stay on course. So I'm Brittany, for those of you who might not know me. I started as a Beachbody coach in January 2013. I had a dusty copy of P90X that I got from an infomercial, and I ended up joining a challenge group with that in Shakeology. I was working as a nurse who was super uncomfortable with the weight that I gained as a newlywed, so that's kind of my intro to Beachbody. I found my coach online. We have the same wedding photographer, and so you can fast forward, and I'm obviously the proud founder of Dynasty United. I'm a 15-star diamond. I am a Success Club 10 All-Star Legend. I'm an executive leader on the leadership ladder, and just incredibly thankful for this team. And so every Thursday we show up here for 30 minutes and try to pass something on, whether it's encouragement or something practical that you can implement in your business, or maybe a point of view that could strengthen your business or strengthen your outlook as you kind of go for your own goals within your team. So you guys, just a quick little backstory on me. In our first 11 months as a coach, in my first 11 months as a coach, in this business, we built to 5-star elite. And I did that with Caitlin and Megan and Candace, Miranda and Krista. And that was in 2013. And it was probably the coolest journey still to this day, was that first year, that first big goal with those girls. And we've since moved on to other things and other goals and other hard things that we've tackled. You guys, that first year as a team in 2013, we finished number 29 in the company. That second year, 2014, we finished number 7. And last year, 2015, we finished number 11. So as I kind of reflected and prepared for this call, I felt that I'm just in a good place to be able to share humbly, just from a place of experience, how success kind of works in this business. And I've succeeded a lot, but I've also failed more than most people know, because I don't publicize it as much. But I know how common it is to get sidetracked in this business, from myself experiencing that, and also as I mentor coaches on my team and friends of mine. Getting sidetracked is so common. And so when we get sidetracked, it's not just, oh, we missed Success Club. When I think of getting sidetracked, the way I look at it, I guess I have a bigger picture here. I look at it as we're getting sidetracked from our goals for our family, because I see a direct correlation between your journey, your success in Beachbody is directly related to your family living out the life that you've dreamed for your family. So that's why it's so important to me to talk about this, because I care about your family. I care about all families, and that's my passion. So that's what we're kind of going to get into today, is the key to staying on track and how to eliminate that sidetrack to stay on course. So first, I want to give just a huge shout out real quick to a couple coaches who are just doing amazing. Let me pull this up really quick, because we got like 10 days left in the month, which is crazy that it's already going to be May. But we've got some girls, happens to be all girls, who are just killing it in their business. And so a huge shout out to these coaches who have qualified for above Success Club 10 already this month. And you guys, there's so much time left. There's like, 9 days left in the month. But Lynette Strong, 32 Success Club points. Ashley Brockington, 20. Jessica Sheffers, 17, Julie 15, Nicolette 14, Stephanie 14, Allie 13, Haley 12, Tony 12, Kathy 12, Shay 12, Jessica 11, Ashley 11. So I just wanted to give you guys a huge shout out, because I'm super proud of that. I hope you are too, because I'm super proud of everyone that's working their business and putting points on the board. But you guys are leading the way. You're leading from the front. And I just wanted to give you an amazing shout out, because I know what kind of work is involved there, and Lynette Strong leading the way. That is just incredible. So I just wanted to take a second to recognize you guys. Let's keep in mind that what we do now, this coming weekend and over the next 9 days or so before the month comes to an end, what we do now can make a huge difference in our business. It can make a huge difference in how we show up to Summit. Sort of the way we show up to Summit is important, because I believe the way we show up to Summit determines what we absorb at Summit, determines what our attitude is at Summit and what we take away from Summit. So what we do now this month is going to lay the foundation for what the rest of the year looks like for our teams. Also last night I have a couple other little shout outs that I wanted to just take a second to share. Last night we did a Coach Info webinar for the whole team, and so I just want to say thank you for all of you who showed up and came and invited your prospects. That recording is in the Coach family if you need it, but I just wanted to say thank you to Jessica Colbert, Lindsay Goins, and Corey Larita, because you guys were so awesome in the chat box, like just kind of like our chat box here. As I was presenting the information and kind of sharing, you guys did such an awesome job making the people who showed up there feel welcome, and you answered questions, and you didn't have to do that. And so you guys doing that makes those calls so much easier and smoother, and you give these prospects a first glimpse of what it's like to be a part of a supportive community. So I just wanted to tell you thank you very, 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 very much for that. And then also a couple days ago, I was doing some random downline checks, and so this may have changed, but these 4 coaches had every single one of their coaches in their downline was active. Raven, Naramore, Meg Paquette, Ashley McPherson, and Jessica Sheffers. And so that's pretty awesome to have every single coach in your downline active. So I probably missed some, but I just wanted to say you guys are doing an amazing job. So I just wanted to point all those things out, because all of those things are so important to me, and I see that happening in the team, and I see the team page just full of love and support. And so just wanted to say thank you for that. So as we're kind of wrapping up April, keep in mind not to just invite 3 people and expect 3 yeses. The amount of people that we invite is completely up to you. That's completely controllable, right? And so as always, this isn't your upline's business. This is your business, and you are building it. So be proud of that. Success in this business is definitely not obtained by luck in any way. The work that we do now will pay off in 4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks from now, we're going to see the fruit from what we're doing right now. And so that's not an instant payoff, but there is a direct connection between your success and the level of support that you are willing to give your team and your challengers. So let's get organized with our time. Let's organize our power hours. Let's stay accountable to our success pods or a success group and help some more people. So I am going to go back to screen sharing really quick. So you may have heard from a top coach or 2, or someone on a national wake-up call, or maybe your upline say that the key to success is the vital behaviors. And so they say it over and over and over again. Vital behaviors, time and consistency, and teaching your team to do what you are doing is the key to success. And when people say, oh, the vital behaviors is why I'm so successful, or how I got to be 15-star diamond, it's not some false sense of humility. That's the actual key to success in this business. So the point is, you take those business basics and you put your own personality in it. You put your own flair into it. But I can promise you that if you feel like your business isn't growing, or you feel like whatever it is, your income's not growing, or your rank is not advancing, or your team's not growing, or your challengers aren't getting results, whatever it is, you're not missing. I can promise you that the missing component is not another thing. It's not another training or another template or another sneak peek. You actually don't need more, you need less. And so I've heard from lots of coaches like, oh man, if my upline was just more involved, or if my upline did one-on-one calls, or if I had a website or whatever. That's actually not true. You truly have what you need at your fingertips to build this business. And I think what it comes down to in this is, before asking or wanting another training, we've got to ask ourselves, have I actually implemented what I've already learned? And so my thoughts and opinion is if you've gone through the Coach Training Academy in the back office, or maybe your coach does a Coach Basics training or a Coach Mentorship, if you've been lucky enough to do that, I honestly believe that you have all the tools that you need to succeed. So Coach Training Academy is open to everybody in the back office. So anyone can go there under the training tab and do it. And so I believe that if you commit to that, you have the tools that you need to succeed in this business. You just have to think to yourself, how can I take these basics that I'm learning and make them more me? Make them more my style. Make them fit with my flow and my rhythm. And then you've got to ask yourself, as you're growing a team, is what I'm doing able to be duplicated? Could my team do what I'm doing right now and see success? That is the key. If you have some special, crazy, amazing talent for graphics and you believe that that's the reason you're successful, that might not be the best area to focus on because your team might not be able to duplicate that. But can your team duplicate a system for training new coaches? Yes. Can your team duplicate a system for inviting to challenge groups? Yes. So ask yourself, the things that you're doing that are getting you success in your business, how are you breaking that down for your team and showing your team how to turn around and do that same thing with their own style? The real effort in this business, you guys, is mental. It's all mental. It's a complete mindset and discipline thing. It's not a new PDF. The only thing I would add to that is the missing thing, quote unquote, the missing thing in your business is definitely not a training. It's definitely not a PDF. And it's definitely not a more involved upline. If you aren't finding your rhythm and you aren't finding out ways to stay the course in your business, the missing link is motivation. And motivation can only come from within. And so I want to challenge you to ask yourself, what kind of legacy do you want to leave? Whether it's for your family or for your friends or whatever it is, whoever is most important to you, ask yourself, what kind of legacy do you want to leave? This has to be much, much deeper than I want to help people and I want to make extra money to pay off my student loan. It's got to be deeper than that. There needs to be a deeper root of why you're doing this, what your MO is, your true north, as you're going to hear me talk about at Summit. What is your true north? What are the tracks that you want to leave? You have the team, you have the resources, you've got Dynasty United, you've got team calls, you've got a coach family group, you've got a coach website, you've got coach online office, you've got the resources, right? You just got to ask yourself, you got to figure out what tracks are you going to leave? What is most important to you in this life? And then once you figure that out, you've got to figure out how to align those tracks, that legacy you want to leave. How can you align that with Beachbody? How can Beachbody help you do that thing? And then you'll see, once you figure that out, motivation will build up inside of you because you have a lasting reason to be here and to stay the course. So what tracks do you want to leave? What legacy are you going to leave? And how is Beachbody going to help you with that? If you figure that out, the motivation will be endless. So like I said, I hear sometimes some people say, well, successful coaches never fill in the blank. They never hear objections, or woo-foo forums come in by the hundreds, or successful coaches don't even have to try for Success Club. I hear that quite often, actually. And if it's not already clear, that's just so far from the truth. If anything, successful coaches get more rejection because they're asking more people. And we're putting ourselves out there for a living. So if you think about it, successful coaches actually hear objections or come up against obstacles even more often than a newer coach or a hobby coach, because it's what we do full time. It's what we are fully committed to, and we are talking to more people. The Success Club numbers, like you saw some people with amazing Success Club numbers, those 32 and 20s and 17s. That doesn't just come from asking a few people. Imagine how many no's they hear or not right nows in order to find the people who are ready, find the people who say yes. So I beg to differ that successful coaches or people that you view as successful absolutely do come across setbacks and come across obstacles. Here's some ugly truth, actually. Many months in my first year as a coach was 2013. So many months in 2013 and in 2014, in order to reach my goal of Success Club 10 and beyond, I stayed up until, 5 a.m. multiple times a week, working and responding to messages, coming up with new ways to move my business forward. And those all-nighters come at various times in my business, and they still do. And when I have a goal and I'm coming up short, let's just say Success Club, I don't give up. I work for it, and I do whatever it takes to know that I am giving my all, that I'm leaving it all on the table. It's absolutely not luck. And many, many other coaches on this team do the same thing. And you know why? It's because I know the tracks I want to leave. I know the legacy that Lauren and I, my husband and I, want to build for our family. I have a passion for the way I lead this team, and I know without a doubt, that Success Club connects me with that momentum that's going to help me continue following my true north. It's like the important stuff to me. It's not about a commission. It's not about a Success Club point. It's about helping people, and it's about helping my family build what is most important to us. That's the important stuff. And so I've connected it to Beachbody, and I've seen firsthand the payoff. So that is why I am currently like 39 consecutive months in Success Club 10. And every month my goal is above Success Club 20, because that is my passion. I want to help more people, and I want my family to be able to pass on generously the freedom and the blessing that we've experienced with this business. And just being able to be a coach is a gift. And you guys, I've been in my cold market for over 2 years now. So warm market, cold market is not even it's not even a thing, you know, so don't even worry about that. What's important is that you figure out your legacy, you figure out your true north, and you figure out how to connect that with Beachbody. So think of this cable car, you guys. I use this, I actually used this demonstration, I think it was last year, and I'm probably going to use it at Summit just because I can relate to it. So think of this cable car. You know, I guess you could even you can practice visualizing with me. Visualize that you are on the cable car, so, or trolley, whatever you want to call it. So close your eyes, think of the trolley, you know, picture yourself on it. There's like wind in your hair, you hear sounds all around you. There's so much going on. People are walking, cars are driving, there's lights, there's sounds, there's probably chaos, people are almost getting hit by cars. And compare that to your business. It's bumpy. It's not always sunny and 75 degrees. People get off the trolley way before arriving. It's like whole metaphor here. People get off the trolley way before arriving where they intended to go originally. They get off early because it's bumpy, because it's a little bit cold, because it's windy, because someone's annoying on the trolley. But that's life, right? Your Beachbody business is no different. Life isn't all of a sudden going to never give you a surprise or a challenge because you started your own business. If anything, those things are going to come up even more. But that's no reason to sidetrack your true north. We've got to stay the course. This cable car will get to where it intends to go because it's locked on the track. It's not getting sidetracked. It is locked on the track. A lot of coaches are up and down, up and down. They're good one week, feeling great and motivated, and then they want to quit the next week. They're posting inspiring experiences in their journey one day, and then the next day they're, you know, having a meltdown publicly about their day at the DMV. And so it's okay to be human, but remember that a seesaw doesn't actually gain any traction. They never move. So the up and down is never going to get you to your true north. It's never going to allow you to leave the tracks that you want to leave because a seesaw doesn't move. So be a cable car, you know, stay on track. Ask yourself, what tracks are you leaving, and stay the course. So now I'm just going to wrap up here, and I'm going to talk to the CEOs. I'm going to talk to the CEOs here, and there happens to be quite a few of you on this call right now. So where did you drop the ball? You know, where did you drop the ball this week, last year, last month, whatever reference you want to get to? Where did you drop the ball? Because we all drop the ball. Goal setting is not a wish list here. It isn't something that you hope for. It isn't something that you just hope you get lucky with. Goal setting is making a plan. Self-evaluation is so key. It's a key component to growing and to improving. And I've seen that in my 3 years now as a coach. I have my share of areas to improve in my business. Trust me, there's lots of them. I drop the ball on an almost daily basis, and I just have to have rhino skin and get over it, give myself grace, and try to improve. But I hope that tells you that even a 15-star, a member of the Millionaires Club coach can build a successful business with a list of flaws and shortcomings. But I still see success because I stay locked on the track. I stay focused on my true north, and I stay focused on the legacy that I want to leave for my family and the tracks that I want to leave for other people. So if you're simply doing the basics consistently, implementing what you learn and conquering your mindset, you're going to get to where you want to go. Each month is a fresh start for all of us, right? So Success Club points all go back down to 0. We all start from scratch, clean slate. Everybody has the same opportunity every single month to crush their business, to help a lot of people, or help 5 people, help 2 people, whatever it is. Don't limit yourself based on what you did or you didn't do last month. Don't limit yourself based on what you did or didn't do last year or even yesterday. You know, you have the tools to build this business. We've already talked about that. But a very important quote or line or phrase that I always come back to and I always think of first for myself and then for my coaches: action expresses priorities. And I think that is so powerful because it's true in life. It's not just our business, but our action expresses our priorities. And so if you can master your mindset, you can master the vital behaviors, and you can become really, really good at them. If you become really, really good at the vital behaviors, you will kill this business. You will be amazing in this business. You will reach milestone after milestone. Whatever goal you set, you will accomplish it because you've mastered the basics. When you're setting goals and deciding what you will do differently this month, remember that the goal is for you to be able to stay on track. The goal isn't for you to like sprint up a mountain and get there the fastest that you can. It's to stay on track. Like, what is the big picture here? Beachbody is so much more than a rank or a Success Club point or an income or a paycheck. Beachbody is such a powerful tool to change lives, to completely change your family's life, to completely change your challengers' lives from the inside out with their health. It is bigger than a point or a rank. And so you've got to figure out, how can you stay on track and keep going towards your true north? So keep your true north in mind. So if you don't have a true north, figure that out. That's the first step. What legacy do you want to leave? What are the tracks that you want to leave behind you? What is your true north? What are you shooting for your family? And I hope it has nothing to do with Beachbody. I sincerely hope it has nothing to do with fitness. I sincerely hope that it has more to do with the life that you want to live with your family or future family or whatever. So keep your true north in mind and always think back to that legacy that you want to leave and figure it out. How is Beachbody going to help you do that? Because I can promise you, Beachbody can help you do that. Now, I don't mean when I say that you want to set goals and the goal is to stay on track, I don't mean to set goals that are just like shoe-ins. That's like when I hear a coach with incredible potential say that she wants to reach diamond by her 2nd year in the business. I'm like, wait, what? 2nd year in the business? No. You've got way more potential than that. You can cut that timeline in like 1/100th of a time. So don't set safe goals because you're terrified of them. Everyone's terrified of big goals, but that doesn't mean you belittle yourself and belittle your potential. Saying I want to get to diamond in 2 years when you are working the business and you are gunning for it, that's way too long. And so everyone is different for sure. And a person that reaches diamond in 2 years is not any less of a diamond than someone who reaches in 20 days. I'm just saying, when you've got incredible potential right there in front of you and you are working your business, don't give yourself the easy way out. Challenge yourself. I can relate to that because I remember my very first goal as an Emerald coach. When I was first starting out in this business, I did Chalene Johnson's 30-day push. And I said that my big push goal to reach by the end of the year, which was 11 months away, was Ruby. I had no clue what Ruby was. I had no clue what it took to get to diamond. And so I didn't do my research. And so obviously I didn't get to Ruby coach in 11 months. We got to 5-star elite. And so that takes a lot of work for sure and dedication, but I needed to reevaluate how I was goal setting. So don't set goals that are definitely going to happen. Stretch yourself. It may not be smart to set a goal like I'm going to build custom individual meal plans for every challenger and every customer I ever have every single week forever. That's probably not a sustainable goal. And not only that, it's not duplicatable. Your team cannot replicate that. But if that's your passion, go for it. If that's like your sweet spot and that makes you happy, go for it. But for most of us, that isn't going to be a sustainable goal to build a thriving business unless you're a robot. But what can you maintain? You can maintain things like, I'm going to do 2 YouTube videos per week. I'm going to create a monthly newsletter for my customers. I'm going to send thank you cards to my new challenge pack purchasers. I'm going to schedule one-on-one calls with my new coaches within 2 weeks of sign up. I'm going to post my personal progress on my Facebook every Thursday for, just to be proof the products work. I'm going to blog about my meal plan every week on Sunday nights. I'm going to be fully engaged with my challenge groups every day. I'm going to show up for the team call every single week. Those are goals that you can set up, challenge yourself, and they're sustainable and they're maintainable, and your team can duplicate them. Those are just a few. John Maxwell talks about the law of environment, and I'll try to find my video recap of that and post it in our coach family group. But he says, John Maxwell, the law of environment, he says that you are better to do essential things every day than big things on Sundays. You are better to do essential things every day than big things on some days. And that's what I want to leave you with. You are better to do these essential things, these vital, critical business behaviors every single day, not just the big things on some days, not just create this masterful website or this amazing blog post once every 3 months. Do the vitals every single day. Do them well. Do them with your flow and your rhythm. And you're going to see massive success. You won't get sidetracked because you've got your true north right there. You can stay on track because you are motivated from within, because your purpose for sticking with this through the ups and downs is meaningful to you. It's very important to you, and you won't back off on that. But that's up to you. Nobody can motivate you. You've got to have that motivation from within yourself. Nobody can tell you what your true north is. Nobody can tell you what legacy you want to leave for your family. You've got to figure that out. And that's going to take some talking through, maybe with your spouse or a good friend or your success partner, but figure that out. Your call to action from this call is to hunker down. I hate that word, but I put it in there because it's funny. Hunker down and for the next 9 days in April and go all out. Reach your goal of Success Club and help some people. I mean, that's what it comes down to, helping 2 or 3 new people. Secondly, I want to encourage you guys to do a vision board, and I don't want you to do it for the whole year. This is where I'm going to challenge you guys. Do a vision board for May and for June. Do a 60-day vision board. What do you want to accomplish? What are you going to visualize? What are you going to focus on? What are you going to challenge yourself with? What are the goals that you're going to set? And provide specific goals with specific timelines for May and for June. We're getting ready to come up on half of the year being over. And so it's time to buckle up. It's time to get a little bit more organized so that we can help more people, so that we can stay true to our mission. We're going to stay true to what we want for our family. So create that vision board. Have it either on your phone or on your calendar or whatever, but create some goals. And I want to see it. If you guys follow through with this call to action, I would love for you to post it in the coach family. And then lastly, I just want you to identify, and I'm doing the same thing here, but I want you to identify, where have you dropped the ball in your business specifically? Whether it's this week or last year, it doesn't really matter to me, but what sticks out to you? Where have you dropped the ball? What's kind of given you a little, and maybe you're new and you're like, I don't know, I'm just starting, and that's fine. But for those of you who aren't brand new, what is kind of killing your confidence a little bit? What took a little stab at your confidence in this business? Identify that. Where did you drop the ball? And then how will you, trust me, if you haven't followed my story, I've dropped a lot of balls in this journey. It's not easy, but the bounce back is always better. I can promise you that. The bounce back, I was just talking to Kirby about this last night, just briefly. The bounce back is always better. You're always stronger. You are always better equipped to, and more clear on what you want to accomplish after you weather an upset or a challenge or a mistake or a missed goal. So I want you to identify where you dropped the ball, and I want you to implement the lessons that you're learning. you're all learning lessons. We're always learning lessons. So how are you going to gain momentum and push through that ball being dropped? Don't forget to be a cable car and not a seesaw. It's not always sunny and 75, but it's so worth it. It's so, so, so worth it. So thank you guys so much for being here. I'm going to hop off right now because we got a diamond Zoom to get to, but I'm just so proud of you guys. Staying on track is not easy, but if you've got your true north really, really clear in your mind, and you know what tracks you want to leave for your family, you know what legacy that you are trying to build for your family, and you set yourself up with those positive things to keep you on track, that motivation is going to well up within you. You're going to learn to be disciplined. You're going to give yourself grace, and you're just going to keep on going. So build that momentum. So proud of you guys. We've got 9 days to crush this month. I always tell my PS coaches, almost always, basically every month I say this in some way. The effort it takes to get from 0 points to 2 points is the same effort it takes to get from 2 points to 32 points. Just focus on the effort. Allow your confidence to come from your work ethic. Be organized. Make a template. Make a checklist. You're your own CEO. You don't have to use mine or Beachbody's. Figure out what's going to work for your business, okay? The same effort it takes to get from helping nobody to helping one person is the same effort, the same behaviors it takes to help 2 people to 40 people. So just concentrate on that effort. Control the controllable. Love you guys very, 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 very much. I'm excited to celebrate everyone that accomplished a Success Club this month. So I've got some special stuff coming for Dynasty United team-wide Success Club earners. So go all out. Even if it's an all-nighter once a week, it's worth it. It's worth it for your business and for your family. Love you guys. See ya. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Bye, everybody.